Last of my coffee. Welcome aboard this good ship lollipop, everybody.
I love that.
Right? Why not? Why not? I've been doing like my work like I'm supposed to, I guess, right? And so so since I'm doing that, I have like I don't know, lots of things that we're making and do lots of moving and shaking going on apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Recently, we went ahead and we changed around like some classes. You and I were doing classes over at LA Curves as well. And that was really fun. And we
Yes.
were doing it with Anna East. And then we decided to move the base back to Anaheim, right?
Yes.
I'm very happy about that. I like being stationary. Oh, great. Alashea is here. There you go. Hi, Alashea. There we go. Cool. All right. So if you have like any the other day you mentioned that like your body was feeling tight and you also were talking I'm talking to Alshia. Uh you were also saying you were talking about like anything that you spoke about was actually the movement of energy. And so that's what Angie and I like look at. We look at the movement of energy. So if you have something that feels like stuck or stagnant or stationary and you want us to help you, exactly, I'm glad you're feeling a lot better. That's good. You want us to help you move it, we could do that as well. And since you're feeling better, we'll just give tools. Tools are really helpful to me. I like tools. So what would you like, Miss Angie? What would you like to start with? Do you want to start with what do you want to start with?
Tools is good. Tools is a good
Okay,
thing.
great.
That's always something useful to get, and then everybody uses different. Almost everybody uses different things, and at the same time, it's the same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So what are let's see. I'll just read like how the thread is going to be perceived. Okay? So hold on.
Okay.
So okay. It could be we could be like really helpful, okay? And we could do energy management. I'm trying not to start too elevated in like how I talk, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it really simple
Mm-hmm.
because like I have classes and in my classes we've already designed language. And because we've designed language, it makes it easier for people to understand what I'm talking about and how I'm saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually when I speak, I have like lots of different layers to it, like an enormous amount of layering. And it's because I love innuendo, intention, and nuance. I love all of those energies because they're ways that you can shift and shape energy. All right. So, shifting and shaping energy. People sometimes are very,
Reluctant.
they're very reluctant. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
They're
not in a
very-
negative way, but in a. It's not energy. It's X. It's not energy. It's no. It's because of the other person. It's because, and it's like, no, look at it. It's just energy. And when you get to that point, it's like, all these years, and it could have just been gone.
it's okay. So share with us your experiences, okay? Because I know what they are. I know
Yeah.
what they are. So
So
you
it,
and I would have like this closed conversation right now between the two of us, and I would love for you to share what you're talking about it just being energy. All right.
well,
If we
it's
come in
okay.
with a set of beliefs, right? We come
Yes.
in with a set of beliefs, and the beliefs are handed to us through like conditioning.
Yeah.
And
Heard.
conditioning,
Pick up.
right? In a patriarchal society, the way that it's built, it is built in a hierarchy to where like there's always dominance of some kind, right? And
Mhm.
so in order to insert dominance, you have to create lesser than or not enough below you so that way you feel like you're above it. And that's just how that works.
Mhm.
That is the divine masculine in a bastardized environment. All right. It's being used in an abusive way, that energy.
Mhm.
Okay. whereas it could be more supportive and more protective. And that's what it's really meant to be. It's meant to be the actionable inspiration to the divine feminine, which is your intuitive nature and your heart space, like how you feel about things, how you connect to community. And that's the matriarchal energy that people are talking about. So the divine feminine is your intuition, it's reading the situation, using your emotions and the nuances of how you feel and relate to, and the common sense that you employ of that situation. Where the divine masculine is like, okay, what kind of actions should I take? What am I in alignment? What's my reasoning? What's the cause and effect of this? And that's the logical aspect of the energy that you run. But everybody runs the same energy, masculine and feminine. And you do it because the universe is gendered. The universe is gendered in a division, but not a division in a supportive nature of energy. So there's one energy that's masculine, and this is the other energy that's feminine. And that's how it works. It's just to show you the movement. And they're using masculine and feminine as the determinants. All right. But that's how the energy moves. So what I usually do in classes or workshops is I oversimplify whatever it is, and it deconstructs and dismantles a lot of the belief systems that you've been handed, and it usually takes you back to like your core belief, to where you just know that you know that you know, and you're very connected to the source of your understanding, and you are now in this perception of all that is, right? And so that's like how I do my classes. I don't challenge what you have already. There's no reason for me to do that. I add a shit ton, like a garden hose, and that cause right there allows you to step back from what you know already. Okay. It allows you to step back from what you know already and add more perspective into the situation. Okay.
How do you retain the mind when you've bought into in it the story that has manifested into the body, like Parkinson's?
Well, depending on, I'll answer that because I have Dr. Tara, who's next door. She has a protocol for people who have Parkinson's, and if it's caught at an early stage, okay, or if it is in this place, it can actually heal you. Like you can heal yourself using that protocol. Text me, and then I'll text you back her number, and I'll ask her for the protocol, and she'll just give it to me so that I could give it to you. Okay. And then that way, yes, exactly. And if nothing else, it will at least it will lessen and moderate the symptoms that you're experiencing, giving you better manageability, because that's what you're really looking for, because you're managing energy that you've already named as Parkinson's. So now everything that is Parkinson's, okay, comes into your field, and it's very relative to you, and it will continue to manifest because you have evidence, okay? And this evidence needs to mature, it needs to grow, it needs to be more supportive to you, so you continue to talk about this particular experience, and you talk about it in ways that are limiting, overwhelming, fated, fateful, destined, only, never, always, right? In that sort of capsule. So the first thing is to say, well, I didn't have it at one point, right? And just introduce that thought into what you're experiencing. I didn't have it at one point, right? I didn't have it at one point. Right now, the magnetics of the transits for the planets are causing us to move into the embodiment of our physical field. And if you haven't been practicing being in your body and grounding every day, that's going to take you out of what you consider an even keel, an even flow on the water, basically. Okay. You're managing the magnetics in your ionosphere. The ionosphere is being managed by 8 billion people right now. All of us are feeling the same thing. We're all feeling internal. We're feeling internal. We're trying to make it external. It's all of this. Yet we keep being brought back to this. So that's what we need to address and look at, right? And so from this statement, I would say that you're being shown a lot of internal, memory and things that feel like change can't happen. Right? Is that what you're getting?
Yeah.
Andrew? Yeah. And so because, go ahead.
I get thing like she's done a lot of work and she's seen the change, but now it's just kind of stagnant. There's no real movement. There's no real anything. And it's not a bad thing. It's just what she's learned, what she's done up to now has worked up to now. So now you got to level up. What's the other thing that you need to work? Or sometimes, like you're saying, it's pushing us back to inside. There's something that she's holding on to, something that maybe something she doesn't subconsciously has a big to let go of.
All right.
That's keeping her in that little state that she's in right now.
Right.
The messed up part is it'll be the dumbest thing. Oh, it was that, and then boom, she's gonna see the change. Because that honestly, that's what I'm getting. Where it's like it's something so stupid that later on she's gonna be like, "It was that really? That's what stopped my progress." Okay, but it's something internal, something she doesn't see on the surface because it's something that she has to really think about. Maybe journal it, write it, like as you're going through the thing of whatever energy work, whatever thing that you're doing right now, when you get to that moment where you feel it's not making a change, just stop and write and just start writing and see what comes up, what comes out at that moment. Because it's something so silly. I want to say it's something so silly.
Right?
Oh, there. Okay. I knew it was something stupid. Yep.
The only reason it's toxic, by the way, is because you keep saying that. So it has to be what you're saying it is.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the things that recently I have learned in switching the words. Yes, it was a difficult marriage. Yes, it was a learning experience on how to deal with said individual. Yes, I look at the positive of what came out of that. You're no longer in it. What did you learn from it? There you go. What made you better? Because obviously you saw yourself in a position where that isn't the shit I want for me. That's not what I want for me. I deserve better than that. What the fuck was I on? Was I like, I was high the entire time? Probably. I can relate. Been there. Took me too many years to figure it out. Just now you see it. So write about that and kind of pull all that BS out. And little by little, you'll start seeing the Parkinson's or the disease or whatever ailment that is messing with you is connected to that, because that's the detriment that stopped you.
Yeah. And you're stuck in a story. So it's a story that you've built for the reason you feel the way you do. All right. And so a lot of it is unwinding the story. It's unwinding the story, discreating the story. That's what you're going to do. You're going to discreate the story. You'll do it twofold. So you're going to end up from this little conversation right here. Here's what's going to happen, Alashaya. You're going to end up going internal and you'll say, why did I? How come I'm? What about? And that's perfect because that puts you internal. It puts you into communication with who you are, right? And you're making decisions about how you really want to be. All right. You're looking at the pain that you are perceiving. Pain is a great motivator. It starts to motivate you and inspire you toward a different behavior. Okay. At first, that behavior is going to look a lot like your old behavior, like a lot. It's going to look, it'll probably be the same, but it won't feel the same because now you have a different result orientation, a different result that you're looking for. All right. You're not looking to heal your Parkinson's. You're looking to feel better in your alignment with yourself. You're looking to fall in love with yourself. You're looking to accept yourself. You're looking to be enough. You have to decide what enough is. What is enough? That's another great thing to write about. What's enough? Are you enough? How do you show up? That's another good question. How do you show up to anything? All right. When you start searching how you show up, you're building your empowerment. You're speaking your truth to yourself, and it solidifies who you are. If you see that you are writing things that are detrimental, they're not going to feel good, but you're also expressing and expelling the energy you've been holding inside of your body that creates that additional vibration of distortion that you're practicing. When you can get aligned and clear, so meditation, very key, allowing and accepting, because you're choosing to either stay in the marriage or the relationship for whatever story you've made, okay, of it, okay. You're telling yourself that I have to, I need to, I want to, one of those, all right, be in this toxic marriage, okay? And when you do that, it's like putting chains on yourself, all right? And making slavery like the option, making oppression the norm. And so, okay, great. All right. I would say that you're still in that relationship because you haven't done that inner work of how to be enough for yourself in that relationship. You're good now. You know all about you now, but who were you then? And can you forgive her and support her for all the choices that she made? Like she made that choice for this individual, no matter the outcome. And where the difference is that most of it, like especially with your age group, Angie's in your age group, my daughter's in your age group, and any wound or trauma bonding relationships that you created, they are going away. They are just going away. All right. It's no more. There's no more trauma or wound bonding for partnership. That's not going to happen. So lots of marriages, that's right. Lots of marriages, lots of relationships. And that's why there's a stop to people getting pregnant and going into relationships. It's because it's changing. It's no more of what it used to be. Okay. It's just not that anymore. We're not going to say, oh, here's my scar. Show me your scar. And that was how I met like one of the worst people in my life in my relationshiping. Okay. It was through wound bonding, trauma bonding, trip, right? And we're not doing that any longer. So all the boomer generation that perpetuated that continued to hold that space, that started to make changes away from that because divorce went higher. The younger the boomer, the higher the divorce rate. All right. And that started the substantial change for what we're experiencing right now. It means that we have to unwind or deconstruct or discreate all of the conditioning that told us that was how you relationship. Okay. So right now we're in this awareness. We're in this awareness of how things are working. Like a lot has been revealed recently. And because a lot has been revealed, it is speaking directly to our nervous system. How do you feel about it? All right. That's speaking directly to our nervous system. We can't relax. We have kids. And it doesn't matter how old the kids are, you're going to run through every year of their life to see if you made them safe. Were you able to make them safe? Was everything okay? Did anything happen to them? Because it's so extensive, because it's so overwhelming, because there's so many perverted pedophile people that were in participation of it. And children are the center. Okay. Children are the center because we're healing our inner children right now. And we are knowing that we did not give them a chance. And so we're more than happy to give them a chance now. All right. And we're giving ourselves a chance so that we understand what it is that we're trying to provide to them. Okay. So you have to do the inner work. All right. So right here is a perfect sentence. It says, I blocked the last potential relationship that would have been trauma bonding. All right. Inherently, all right, that would be your understanding, and intuitively, your meaning, how you feel. You came together with your body and you decided that that was not a good fit for the energy you wanted to perpetuate. All right. And you did it through a lot of different means. It was kind of like, I don't know, this is a little off. This is a little bit, this is kind of like that. And I don't know if I really like that, because you're really good at what you don't want. We all are. Right. Now, like Angie was saying, if you write about the stuff, right, that doesn't bring you that peace, that is stuff that you don't want to vibrate with any longer, sitting with the vibration and the feeling, writing about it and releasing it, you could burn it if you want. Yep, that actually relaxes the nervous system, because it's a physical act. All right. Something else that was introduced to me is if you have access to water, like a large body of water, okay? If you have access to a large body of water, like the ocean or a pond, some natural bit of water, it could be the gutter out in front of your house, all right? The idea is to grab some stones, little stones out of the garden, or little rocky poos that are fine, and throw a pebble into the water and speak about the hardship. And you just do that until the pebbles are gone and you get as many as you need, and you just keep doing that, and the water will wash you. That's what it's for. Water is flow. And you're just speaking your flow into existence. Like, I am this, and I am this, and I am this, and I am this. And it might feel like detriment, but it's capability. It's all capability. What are you capable of? I'm capable of being really angry and being filled with rage. I'm capable of being angry at people for my condition. I'm capable of being angry that other people don't have my condition, so don't understand what it is that I'm feeling and what I'm about and how I'm having to live. All of those limiting conversations that you're having in your head, right? Write about them. Write about them, or you don't necessarily need to. I always encourage burying, tearing, or burning.
Exactly. Don't keep it.
Not need to keep it. The whole idea is to let go of it.
Yeah. Don't.
Other things.
Well, whatever negative stuff that she has, like, don't keep it. Burn it, rip it, drown it, toilet, whatever the hell you're gonna do. Like, flush it, whatever. But on the same note, after you do such negative writing and releasing, take a few minutes, get yourself in a better position, breathe, and then simply start writing the stuff that you want, the good stuff that you want to come in. So you've already threw out all the negative crap, all the F this, F that. And by the way, yeah, you can write it with explicitives. That's fine. It'll however that will work. Don't sugarcoat it. However you feel at that moment, whatever you want to call that individual, Use all the 4-letter words you want to use. But
3-letter words too.
3-letter, There's some motherfuckers up in there too. So
That's right. That's right. I have a lot of acronyms.
All the adjectives that precisely describe that situation, use them. Don't hold back.
Right, because you're holding him inside.
So it doesn't matter. You're gonna burn it anyways. You're gonna flush it. You're gonna whatever the heck you're gonna do. It doesn't matter. You're the only one that's seeing it at that moment that you're pulling it out. After that, take a minute, recompose yourself, kind of breathe, do a meditation if you want, something where you realign yourself to where you are now and what you want moving forward, and just start writing a couple things. But write them in the present.
Feel into the vibe at the same time. Feel into the vibe of what you think it's going to feel like when you're there. When it feels like you're pain free. When it feels like there's no limitation. When it feels like there's ease. All right. We all make up our lives, and you've made up your life to here. Okay. And you can say that it's an external thing that made you feel, but you already know that that's not true. Okay. So less of that. That is me. This is me. And this is how I feel about that. More empowering.
Yeah.
Okay.
On another note, with regards to what you were saying of the pebbles in the water.
Yeah.
With my practice, I one time had an individual that she was just going through a lot of shit. She liked going to the beach. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go to the beach. I typically, because of my practice, I typically always carry some sort of candy or something in the car to just kind of do a quick little wipe myself down and then toss it. So I had some in my purse, and I gave her some, and she's standing where it's the middle. It was like 10 o'clock at night. There's like a lot of people on the pier. I'm like, no, let's walk to the pier. Had her stand there, gave her a bunch, and I'm like, just hold on to them. Everything that's bothering you, that's the ocean, that's the Maya, that's mother. Tell mother what the hell is going on. Have her handle the situation. We don't got to hold it on anymore.
That's right.
Release it into the candy, let it, and then give it to her and just let it go. Whether it's the ocean, that's Yamaya. Whether it's the rivers, that's Oshun. Whatever it is, water is mother. So just whatever they're going to release, she's handling it. Mom's going to take care of it. That's Mama Bear. She's going to fuck shit up. So we're going to be fine. So I had that individual do that, and she felt better afterwards. So
right. Yeah, they did a study at Johns Hopkins, or I think it might have been Massachusetts, where they had people. It's a Lakota ritual to do the stones into water, and to gather the stones, and then to give away your sorrows to the water, because you're very connected to the water. You are that water. So you're not necessarily giving them away as much as you are putting them in recognition so that they can be honored. And then you hold the last stone, and that's the one that shows you the work that you've done.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah. So it's really a beautiful practice. Yeah. And so what happened was that particular practice was banned by the missionaries. The reason it was banned by the missionaries is because they found it superstitious, and it went against praying to an external source to get the internal taken care of. It was more you were empowered to take care of your internal voice by expressing it outwardly. And so it's too superstitious, so they outlawed that practice. They weren't able to do it. And then in 1912 or 18 or something like that, they decided to go ahead and recreate that particular practice with patients that were having difficulty in their psychosis and letting go of it. And that's how it came back and was allowed to be here, right? But it had to be but that's what Western medicine did. It stole everybody else's practices and said, oh no, we know all of this.
He's like, the minute you said that it was not allowed because I'm like, they were empowered. Yeah.
Yes. Right. And so it's very ritualistic. Doing a ritual brings you into the energy of what took place. It lets you recognize who you are now and who you were then. It gives you opportunity to move into acceptance of all of that. And then it lets you ask yourself the question, am I enough? Am I enough so that I can let this go? Do I have to hold on to this to be enough? Or can I let this go and be enough? And that's the difference. So, yeah, really good. Well, Angie, we got ourselves a half hour in. How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm good.
Good. Okay. So we'll close today's show. We'll do a half hour on Saturdays if that's all right. And then this is fun. This is really good. I hope that that helped an awful lot. We gave a lot of tools today. A lot of them sound very repetitive, like writing. And really, what it is it's the intention of release. And you're creating a construct to put that release into. So, your release today is to think about and feel into, and then the action is breathing somatically and writing whatever it is that's coming up for you. And then taking that and letting go of it. Another one is to take your whole self, right, to a body of water and be able to commune with the water and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? And it's noticing you. That's what all the rituals are. Noticing you and whether or not you want to shift from where you are to where you think you want to be. And that's it. So we're going from the known to the unknown, very, very tumultuous because we're like, I don't know if I could want to see it and things. And, so that's kind of like how it is for us. So,
Because we're still stuck in the story, and it's
well,
it's
it's
letting
so
go of that story.
familiar. It's
Yeah.
just so familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So everybody have a great day. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you soon, Angie. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good one, guys.